When I started sim racing, I was kind of overwhelmed by the amount of choices I had to make. What's the best wheel for my situation? Which game should I pick up? Should I join a racing league, maybe sim racing system, or do I just play against AI? There's a ton of stuff you need to deal with when you're first starting out, or at least it can feel that way. I remember picking up vanilla Assetto Corsa and just modding it into all hell. Every car I could find on Race Department, Assetto Land, and all the other mod sites, they were all installed on my PC. After some tens of hours of just messing around, getting the hang of things, I got this feeling that maybe I should do something more meaningful. And that's a powerful feeling, a hunger for meaning. That's when I was looking for my focus. What I mean by this is that I was looking for a main car or a main racing series in a game that I would enjoy, and I wanted to get the most out of that. Applying yourself to get better with that one car, maybe you want to set amazing hot lap times, or you just want to win a league or a series in your beautiful little automobile. Like Robin Hood, you gotta choose a target, and you gotta do your best to hit that target. When you've chosen a goal that you can work towards, you found your focus. I think it's very rewarding to find a focus, to try and specialize in one or a small amount of things. You're cultivating a relationship with perhaps a certain car. You're spending time with it to learn about its particular quirks. You'll try to minimize its weaker sides and rely on its strengths. And you'll know how to react in unforeseen situations instinctively because you're in tune with your car. You've been through the bad times together and you've seen some good times. And you know when you can depend on your automobile. Something like that can only be accomplished by sticking around, by choosing a car to focus on. But finding a focus is hard. There's so much choice out there, and doubts will continuously fill your head. Many questions will pop into your mind, especially when your results are less than what you would have won. Things I've asked myself include, but are not limited to: is it really the car for me? Can this car even drive on this circuit? Am I this dumb? Okay Google, where can I buy a clown's outfit? Should I give up? Should I have practiced? Maybe just once? And these questions often arise during the hard times, and you can learn a lot from them. Some doubts are valid questions, and some are not. And it's up to you personally to find that out. If you're wondering if you've chosen the right car, maybe check out some other cars. Drive some 30-minute stints on the same circuit so you can compare them, and see which car you find most comfortable. Some cars will just naturally fit you better than others. They react better to your driving style, and you instinctively know how to drive them. A car that fits your natural driving style is great, but it doesn't mean that you cannot adapt your driving style to another car that you might like better. The looks maybe, the sound, who knows? And anyone who's been driving for a few years, in real life or in a sim racing game, you know that your driving style sometimes tends to change. I know. I've gone off track a bit. In essence, finding your focus means that you choose a car or a series to drive and you stick with it. And you try to make the best of it. And of course, there might be better suited cars for you out there, but that's a maybe. And you won't get good with any car if you try to drive all the cars. This is a classic case of damned if you do, damned if you don't. You gotta make a choice. Are you gonna spend your time in one car or in all the cars? You cannot eat your cake and have it too. Anyway, I think it's important to choose a focus and to stick with it. Otherwise, it's hard to find meaningful progression in sim racing. But don't let me discourage you. If you have a lot of fun just driving a bunch of cars, drive those cars to your heart's content. Do whatever you think is best, but if you're looking for meaningful progression, try to stick with one car and try to find a league or a series that you can continually drive in, and maybe you'll find some meaningful progression there. And that's all I have to say about that. Have a wonderful day. I hope you sleep tight tonight, and I hope to see you in the next video. My beautiful baby boys, my beautiful baby girls. I love you. And lastly, I want to give a shout out to the most beautiful baby boys and the most beautiful baby girls out there. You know who you are. The planet's been blessed by our gosh darn goodness. I'm talking about my Patreon supporters and channel members. And then, of course, I'm talking about people like Thiago Duarte, or somebody beautiful like Iker Maruri. Maybe a little spicy Greg Massaros, or a good and hefty Patrick Segers. When I want to de-stress, I think of warlike distress, or Aquarius. And when I feel the whole world is sinking, I think of my brother Nick King, or JR Sim Racing, and my whole day is good again. Stay smooth out there, keep it tasty and keep it tight. Thank you so much for your support, guys.